Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video we're talking all about life path 2s, your traits, your talents, your weaknesses, your life purpose and your compatibility with other life path numbers. Before we get into it, I just want to do a really quick plug for myself. I have started selling crystal bracelets on an Etsy store. I will leave a link for that in the description box below. I am progressing on to more crystal jewellery, but for the minute it's mostly bracelets, similar to like some of these ones. And if you want to check any of those out, I will, like I said, leave a link in the description box below. So, life path 2s. Life path 2s are ruled by the moon, and this means that you guys are really intuitive, very psychic, have a lot of these natural psychic intuitive abilities, even if you aren't aware of it. You are very in tune with your emotions. You are very sensitive beings. You are very soft and gentle and kind and really embody a lot of the divine feminine energies. Your gender does not matter. You could be masculine, but the moon is feminine energy while the sun is the masculine energy. The sun is very out there and bright and vibrant and in your face sometimes, and the moon is exactly the opposite. The moon is very, quiet and cool, calm, collected, and is more behind the scenes kind of thing. And you could be night owls as well. You could be really drawn to the moon. You could love you could just naturally be really drawn to the moon. Might be very beneficial for you guys to do moon meditations or manifestations, releasing on the full moon and manifesting to the new moon, stuff like this. But yeah, embody a lot of these divine feminine energies, and like I said, one of those is all your emotions. You guys have a lot deep within under the surface, and you can struggle with letting your emotions get the best of you, letting your emotions make your decisions and your judgments for you. And you can have a habit of ignoring your rational brain and ignoring your logic because you're just taking too much note of what you feel. And sometimes we feel a lot of fear in situations where we don't need to. Sometimes we feel a lot of insecurities where we don't need to. And this is something that Life Path 2 really needs to work through, is learning to listen to your rationale and learning how to manage your emotions in a sense. I said you guys have a lot of them. You're very sensitive. You are likely to have been told by other people that you're too sensitive in certain situations. Not necessarily, but yeah, and this is why. It's all this moon energy and this 2 energy. The 2s love partnership. You are all about diplomacy, cooperation. You're very considerate to other people's opinions. I much prefer a we mentality over an I mentality. You love working as a team. You love being in a group. You love feeling like a central part of your friendship. You do not like to feel like an outsider. Independence is probably something that you guys might struggle with a little bit, not necessarily a lot, but you'd much rather be as part of a group. You'd much rather be in a relationship than rocking that single life. You would much rather be working within a team and working as part of a unit than working self-employed fully on your own. You make really, really good partners in relationship. You are just the best listeners. You really, as like I said, considerate. You really take on board other people's feelings and opinions, and you're very empathetic. You likely don't even need to ask people what's wrong. You can just sense it on them. You can sense what's going on in your environment and what's going on within other people without having to ask them what's happening. You love everything to do with home and family life, and like I said, your circle, your social circle, your friends. You love to feel needed. You love to feel like you offer something to the group. You will happily push aside your own needs in order to fulfill that of the other persons or the groups. You will tend to neglect what you need in life in order to make sure other people are taken care of and other people are satisfied. You will go the extra mile for other people, which is really commendable, but at the same time you really need to make sure you're looking out for yourself and you're doing what makes you happy and taking care of your own needs and your own self-care. You make really, really good counselors. You really take on this very good, like a role of a therapist in a sense for some people. Therapist is a really good job. A lawyer or a social worker are really good jobs. But you take on this natural mediator role. You bring peace and balance back to situations, back to groups. If your friends have had an argument, you are likely one that can bring it all back together, make them forgive and forget and move on. You just have this really, really great talent and ability to just see the whole picture and help other people see the whole picture and help other people bring back that peace back to situations, because you naturally are very peaceful. You probably avoid conflict like the plague. You probably do not like to be involved in confrontations and arguments, but sometimes, you know, can't help but be in those situations. You're somebody that can probably make friends with anyone. You are non-judgmental. You love to just make friends, like I said, with everyone and just be a big social butterfly. You tend to give more than you get in relationships and friendships, and you can tend to be a little bit, I don't know if swept under the rug really the right term, but you tend to get a little bit missed sometimes. Your praise tends to get a little bit missed sometimes. You tend to not get the limelight that you seek. You tend to not get the recognition that you are wanting, whether in your relationships or your work. And this is unfortunately a little bit of a downfall of the two, but the two is here to help others. As crappy as that might seem a little bit, but you are here to be of service to other people and help other people achieve what they can. And it's like you would get the credit if that was, like, you would get the credit if people, how do I explain it? Behind the scenes, you're the one doing the work. You know, you're the one that should get the credit and deserves the credit, but doesn't a lot of the time. And that's unfortunately just how it is. But, you know that the universe is watching, and the universe will reward you for things like this, even if you don't necessarily feel it from certain physical things and relationships, that you will get your desired credit from the universe anyway. You guys can have a bit of a struggle with speaking up for yourself, with speaking your opinions and speaking your minds, because you're afraid of judgments, you're afraid of other people's opinions. You can be pushovers, you can be very insecure at times, you can be very moody, you can be very jealous and shy. These are all quite these can be quite out of alignment traits, but you know, you might struggle with this just a little bit, and some might really, really struggle with this. And you must just learn to embrace and love yourself. Trust in your abilities, trust in your intuition, trust in yourself, believe in yourself more, have a lot more confidence in yourself and faith in yourself. And like I said, if you don't feel like you're getting your recognition, know that the universe is watching out and, you know, will give you what you deserve. Twos are some of the best. Twos really do make the best partners, and you really are some of the best friends to have. In terms of compatibility, I would say twos are probably quite compatible with number ones, because I said the one is the sun while you are the moon, the yang to your yin. You know, they are like your opposite, they are your equal, they are your balance. You know, so you have a very good partnership. You can probably teach a one how to focus on other people a lot more, whereas a one can probably teach you how to focus on yourself a lot more and how to take care of your own needs. Other twos could be a very hit and miss relationship. It could be either really, really amazing or really not, because like I said, there's a lot of emotions and you got two very emotion filled people in one relationship. It could be too much, or it could be a very beautiful, loving, giving, beautiful relationship. I think the sixes would be a very good compatibility as well, because sixes are also loving, they're also gentle, they also love home life and family life and stuff like this. Eights are probably a good companion as well, because eights have this like ability to be very successful, like naturally very successful, and you can probably again help along with that, and they can probably help you be a bit more grounded in the 3D world. And Oh yeah, I think 2s can maybe struggle a little bit with daydreaming and becoming a little bit, just struggle with daydreaming a little bit. And it's like Pisces energy a little bit. And I think 9s would be a good compatibility as well, because again, 9s are very loving and very giving, but they are also very patient and very forgiving. They will have patience with you in any times of insecurity and doubt. They will love you for who you are, and they will accept you as you are. So 9s are great. 9s also make some of the best friends. A 2 and a 9 would be a really, really good dynamic, I think. And yeah, like I said, watch out for out of alignment traits being moody, insensitive, and indecisive, insecure, and hypersensitive. You guys can get really, really attached to the opinions of other people, what other people say. Again, try not to let this happen. Try to balance yourself out a lot more and ground yourself out a lot more and learn to listen to your logical mind. In terms of life purpose, 2s are, it's really, really important that they focus on themselves. They spend their whole life making sure other people are happy and doing what other people need. You really need to learn to focus on yourself, take time for yourself. At the same time, you are also here to take on that natural mediator role. Like I said, you might absolutely hate conflict, but you have this really great talent at bringing peace and harmony back to situations, bringing friendships back together, fixing relationships. You have this really great ability to see everything and help other people see everything, and help other people reach this neutral ground to bring harmony back. You are here to help other people and help other people succeed, help other people believe in themselves, and help other people see their self-worth. But this is something that you also need to do for yourself. See your own self-worth. Again, you might not get that recognition that you desire, but when you give it enough to yourself, some of you could even have been called out for giving yourself too much praise or too much recognition. But again, that might be because you don't feel like you are getting it from the outside world. You're not getting it from your other relationships and work, so you'll give it to yourself. You just need to know this internally, that you are worthy, and you don't have to have achieved anything. You don't have to do anything. Simply being a living, breathing human being gives you worth. You are worthy. But a lot of your purpose will be to help serve other people and help serve yourself. So there we go. That's all I've got for Life Path 2. Oh, Life Path 2s as well are actually a very rare number to come across. You guys are a very rare number to come across, and it's more likely that you will find Life Path 11s and that obviously have the base traits of the Life Path 2. But Life Path 2s are hard to come across, and I have written down a few famous people that are Life Path 2s, if any of you guys are interested. Jennifer Aniston, Kevin Bacon, Orlando Bloom, Pierce Brosnan, Mariah Carey, Bill Clinton, Paris Hilton, Ashley Judd, and Madonna. So those are some famous Life Path 2s for you guys. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for more Life Path videos. I'm going to make all of them, so yeah, stay tuned for those. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.